This is a duo. I'm a musician and composer. I play the saxophone, flute, clarinet, piano, and some synthesizer. And I do a little dancing. And
I'm Alexis Oliva, and I'm primarily a dancer, choreographer, collaborator with musicians for a long time. Lots of working to bring dance more into the music and music more into the dance. So our duo sort of formed out of that practice and desire to take it further. Yeah.
Yep. I guess I do. Only in that I would say to just do the thing that like you want to be doing and not do the things that like society is sitting here telling us to do. Because if you are just like working for wages with your art, there's like other things you can be doing with it that I think are like more profound, both for like us as individuals and for us as like a collective society. I think it's like important, honestly.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, just keep doing work. Just keep doing stuff. Don't do work to achieve a thing that someone has told you is valuable. Just do the work that comes out of you and keep doing that.
Can I take this one first?
It takes the time it takes.
I like that one.
Wow, some of the best advice. I mean, sometimes it's so painful. It's like, do I want to say a painful one? I mean, I remember when I was in 6th grade, working with this saxophone teacher named Dan Greenblatt in Seattle, who was like extremely intense about like theory and playing things correctly. I took a solo for him as a 6th grader, and he cut me off, and he's like, "Don't play any of that smokescreen bullshit. I only want to hear the correct notes on the chords." It's like, on the one hand, this is like quite toxic, right? Like hurtful, bad behavior. But on the other hand, like it really forced me at a really young age to try to like learn how to do whatever that was, because I didn't yet know,
Tricky.
I think what makes our work interesting, if I may, is that it is very interdisciplinary and very sort of meta genre, because the way the dance storytelling is working, the way the dance theater is working, the way the music is both acoustic and electric. There's just a lot of sort of elements that point to signify different things, kind of coming together in this unique way.
Yeah, I would agree with all that. If you really wanted a genre, experimental movement and sound storytelling.
We need to coin a phrase for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
It's like, has to have at least 10 words right now,
Yeah.
so we can trim the fat off that eventually. We'll figure out what we're doing.
We did have, can I share like a quick anecdote? Like, we did have this lady backstage our last show, come on everybody, see us improvise together, was like, "What are you guys doing?" We're just like warming up for the show. She's like, "What are you guys doing? You guys have to call this something. Like, what are you going to call it?" And we were like, "We don't know. We just call it like what we do, dance music." And she's like, "You should call it just both of your last names. Like, that's all the methods are just people's last names."
What would it be called then?
Butler and Oliva.
The Butler Oliva method.
Oliva
Oliva
Butler.
Butler's got a little bit better ring to it.
Oliva Butler.
Oh.
It's not my favorite, but I'm very, very grateful for it. We've been making all of our work in my house for the last several years. We all know why. And it's amazing to have that. And we actually end up doing so much in very small spaces like this one. So it works out for us. I'm really eager to be working in larger spaces, but it's been really valuable to make this happen in small spaces.
Can I pop in here and answer?
Totally.
A favorite space we've gotten to create in was this this amazingly gorgeous chapel space in Brussels we played in recently, which was like marble floors, and it was perfectly round. So all of the frequencies decayed at the same rate, and it had a 5-second reverb in there. And we got the whole afternoon, so I had a chance to sort of balance all the sounds for the space, and it was just like the most delicious sounding space I've ever played in. Really incredible.
Yes, we do.
So we do, yes.
What are they? We are headed up to the Visionary upstate in Mount Vision, New York, in a couple of weeks, a week or so. We'll have a show up there August 12th. Very excited about that one.
Yes.
Do we have more on this afternoon?
We do, yes. So that's like a great artist incubation space that does these performances, and so we're going to continue developing a piece we're working on. It's called Recess right now. It might change, but right now it's called Recess. And then we're actually going to be doing an audio-specific recording in August. We're going to go in the studio and, like, as you would record a band, we're going to record us, but like doing the movement with like a bunch of microphones, so you get like all the sounds of contact and all this. I'm really excited for this process.
Nice.
And then we have some performances in October in the city, right?
November 1st.
Oh, it's November 1st.
We do.
We have
We'll be Pioneers Go East Collective is curating us at the 14th Street Y, I believe. That's the venue, right? November 1st. We'll be teaching a workshop before that one as well.
And we have a performance December 10th at Come On Everybody. That's going to be a sort of a multidisciplinary performance. It'll be fun too. It's a long ways away though. I mean, Johnny Greenwood.
Totally.
Dream collaborators. I might go with the visual artist Nick Cave, maybe, because he makes those sound suits that are really fucking cool.
Like a suit that you paint on your body and then.
They're like these elaborate. They look so. I mean, it must take him hundreds of hours to make each one. They're like, and I think he does his own weaving, and they're like these beautiful, like math. The only thing I've ever seen that's like close to this level of craftsmanship is like the Chiefs in like New Orleans, like around Mardi Gras, like the things they make for themselves. Anyway, that would be cool.
I think I know what you're talking about. They had this huge exhibit with the streamers in the armory,
Yeah.
and those suits would come out from time to time.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's very
It's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah. Oh, what do we want to share with
Oh my
the
gosh.
people besides our working?
Yeah, anything goes.
I'm trying to think if I have any good recipes I've made recently. I think if you're trying to keep up with us, perhaps one of the better places to look would be Instagram, right?
That's true.
Definitely.
So, yeah, I'm at Johnny Butler Music, and you are at...
Alex Oliva with a 0.
Yeah, the piece that we're showing today is just a small excerpt of a longer thing that we're just working on now.
Which we'll actually be developing at the Visionary in a couple weeks.
You still up?